Hi, Ken here. I am not in Nashville. I made what my friend Mark would say a rocket run up to Chicago to come and see family for a late Christmas. And while I was here, I wanted to come back and shoot the Baha'i Temple. Those of you who followed me on Instagram for a couple of years have seen me photograph this one time before. It's one of my favorite spots in Chicago. My sister and I grew up, and my mom, in Wilmette, Illinois, where the Baha'i Temple's at. We're just north of Evanston, where Northwestern plays. And so yeah, we're up here, had a great time visiting with family the last couple of days. Something I definitely want to mention, my niece Catherine, her boyfriend Connor, his mom, Angela, shout out to Angela. Angela is a big follower of mine. She's followed me since the beginning. I want to give a shout out to her because she's a loyal, faithful follower. So hi, Angela. Nice to meet you over YouTube. So anyways, I'm going to take a few photos. The sun's just going down. A little bit of side light right now looks really nice. Take some photos, talk to you some more of it. I'm going to give you a little bit of history of the Baha'i Temple, and here we go. All right, I'm going to talk you through this first composition. It's pretty straightforward. It's straight head on down one of these main walkways right towards the temple. In front of me, you can't quite see it from here. In the summertime, there are these water gardens that go around the perimeter of the temple, and there's a really long one on a few sides that lead up to the temple. And you know, if you're in the summer, you can probably get a really pretty reflection out of that. But this is the typical Baha'i Temple shot. I actually just got done flying my drone up in the air and got some amazing video and B-roll, and you'll see some of that as well. But anyways, here's the first shot. You can see my settings here, pretty straightforward. I'm straight on with it, pretty much square. When I get a bit closer, you're going to see the ornate detail of this place. The columns is just spectacular. But anyways, here's this first shot. All right, so while the drone's drifting around the outside of the temple, so you can see all the views, you can see that it's really close. It's, you know, a quarter mile from the shores of Lake Michigan. It's just a spectacular spot. And a little bit of history here. The temple was designed by a French-Canadian architect named Louis Bourgeois, who died in the 1930s. He was born in like the 1850s. And he designed the building, and they broke ground on it in 1912, and they began construction in the 1920s, but things got delayed significantly because of the Great Depression and from World War II. But in 1947, it was dedicated in a ceremony. 1947 is they started construction again, and then in 1953 they dedicated it in a ceremony. A couple of interesting facts about it. It's a dome structure, obviously. It's on 6 acres of land. The center of the dome is 130 feet high, and the dome is 72 feet in diameter. And inside there's a 1,191 person auditorium inside. So really interesting. The outside of the building is a mixture of concrete, like Portland cement concrete, and two different types of quartz. So in the outside of the building, you'll see when I get up closer, get some closer shots, it's adorned in a whole bunch of different religious symbols. There's Christian star, there's the Star of David, there's even the crescent and the star. So anyways, really interesting, cool place. If you are in the Chicago area, this is like a half an hour north of Chicago and right along the lake shore. Spectacular place to come and visit. Okay, so I've moved up quite a bit closer to the temple, and there's actually a circular garden out here in the foreground, and the temple behind. And in the evening, obviously, they have these golden lights inside that just turns everything this beautiful yellow glow. And so this is a really pretty shot, a lot closer. You'll be able to see a lot more detail in this shot. I may raise the camera up a little bit more, but I like the way the gardens kind of line up both sides here. And then out here is one of these circular ponds that's empty now because it's wintertime. It's December 30th today, so tomorrow's New Year's Eve. But anyways, I like the way it's framed. everything kind of leads you straight into the temple, and wow, spectacular. So here comes this shot. Okay, I'm even closer now. You can see the glow coming in from the inside of the building with the lights. Just super pretty. Look at that place. A lot closer to the columns. I'm going to get even further up and get just below the columns and get a photo of the ornateness of the columns. It's quite spectacular. But anyways, here comes this closer up shot right now. All right, I am up on the landing outside of the temple, and I'm going to take a couple photos up close to these pillars and be able to see the ornateness of them. I'm going to pull in pretty tight. The really cool thing is I'm really into symmetry, and this place is just overloaded with symmetry. And so there should be some really cool photos. I got some really good ones the last time I was here. But yeah, just spectacular. So what the shot I've got right now is just looking straight up one of those pillars up towards the top of the temple. So here comes that photo. All right, I've just moved a little bit further around, like I was going to say the sides, I guess the perimeter of the building, and now I'm in between two of those columns, obviously, and just look at the symmetry. It's just crazy. I built in the 40s, and it's just this spectacular. My goodness. Even the inside, the ornateness is just incredible. So anyways, I'm going to snap one or two here from in between the columns and put the best one up. So here we go. All right, darkness is set in. Obviously you can see that. It's just lit up beautifully, these spotlights that go around the outside of it. And it's just incredible. I'm gonna get one more photo here, kind of in full darkness. And I think I'm gonna throw my drone up one more time to get a couple of night photos. And so here comes this photo. I'll throw up some drone stuff, and then I'll come back and close out. All right, that's going to wrap it from me from Wilmette, Illinois, my old hometown, from the Baha'i Temple. Man, if you're ever in Chicago and you're looking for a treat, get here at sunset. Sunrise would probably just be just as spectacular. But yeah, sunset's something else. Right by the lake. It's beautiful. It's a little chilly out there. It's in the low 30s right now, but certainly bearable for December for Chicago. So anyways, hey, want to give a shout out to the patience of my sister, Chris, and my brother-in-law Bill for bringing me down here and sticking around while I did these photos and videos. And want to give a shout out to Connor Doyle, my nephew, for the recommendation for the brewery we're going to after this. So yeah, we're getting ready to have a beer and then go have some Mexican food, and then I drive back to Nashville tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed this one from Chicago. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to me, hey, please consider doing so. I'm doing my best to get really good content out for everybody. And thirdly, if you think you might know somebody who would enjoy seeing this, please forward it on to them. So anyways, from me in Wilmette, Illinois at the Baha'i Temple, Ken here, closing out. I'll catch you on the next one.